There you go, that's the train just going by behind me. He's gone up to Tiverton Quarry. I know the guy who drives that actually watches the video, so if you're watching, mate, I don't know whether you're on that one. Anyway, today I'm back on mowing. One last chance to get a little bit of grass done before winter. So we've got one field to do. Really probably not the best grass, a bit stalky. I'm going along the old McCormick there. But I've got something else to show you, a little top secret thing that you haven't known about before, or some of you might have known about. We built a lagoon earlier in the year for muck and water, Slurry Lagoon. It's just over there. I'll be revealing more about that later in the, probably next week on a video. It's something, it's quite a heartache really to build it really, and that's why you haven't heard about it before. But I'll be explaining more about that in a forthcoming video. But in the meantime, I'm getting on in my mucky tractor, going mowing. Cool. Hopefully we get along the field in time for Potmaster. Crack on. Whew, that's better. Free willy. Right, let's have a look at this grass. I've got to be quick because Potmaster's on in a minute. So we got a stalky field. We have a problem with bracken out here, and we might stop when we go round and have a quick look at that. So this is really past its best. A bit like botany the other day. A couple of months ago I filmed. We got tied up with the weather, and then the flipping TB test came, and it just delayed everything, and I just didn't get time to get out here. This isn't too bad though. I mean, there's a bit of stalky grass on the top. You can see quite a lot of docks in it, which I don't like. You can see the docks. The problem is, this is the problem. The dock seeds are going to be in the grass silage, and that's going to end up in the muck and then back out on the field. We get a bit of a vicious circle of the dock seed spreading. The only thing is, if you put the bedding or the sweepings out from where they've eaten the silage, the rest of it I can put out on a muck heap, and hopefully it'll break down on there rather than go straight out on the field, if that makes sense. I don't know. But it's not our field, it's rented, so that's why we struggle with kind of things like the docks and stuff, because it's a job to know what to do about that. I don't know whether the best thing with docks is we used to have some stuff that would treat them, but I don't know whether that's available anymore. We'll have a look at them later. Right, I've got to set this up. We've got to get in the tractor for Potmaster, haven't we? It's the last one of the year, because normally I only listen to Potmaster when I'm doing tractor work, and there isn't going to be a lot of field work in tractors soon. Right, let's go. Okay, so that's that done. You might know that I listen to Potmaster. If you weren't aware what Potmaster is, it's on Radio 2, BBC Radio 2, and it is Ken Bruce on the morning has a quiz. I think it's about 10:30. Ought to know really. And then he does 3 in 10. So whoever wins it's between two contestants, whoever wins the quiz does 3 songs. Got to name 3 songs by an artist that you'll name. Now my 3 in 10 isn't very good, but I always like to do it with you guys on this. So this is the last one. Let's just turn it on. This is. Oh.
They kill me if I got this wrong, but that's AC/DC.
Very distinctive sound, isn't it? Yes,
yeah.
AC/DC, yeah. 6 points. Right,
6 points. There we go. Right, we'll be back for that. I'm just gonna sort out a few bits and pieces, drive round, and then we'll do 3 in 10. I don't know whether. Let's see now. Let me just get myself into positioning. I might have to adjust it. Ooh. You know, multitasking isn't my finest forte, so I'm talking to you guys while I'm doing this. Right, I think we'll get quite a few bales out of here actually. I'm hoping for about 20. We rent this field off of an old guy, an ex-farmer. This is the field where we had the stuff dumped. Do you remember the stuff we had dumped? I'll just show you a brief clip. God, look at this. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Look at this. Look at this. There we go. That was dumped here in a year, and some fantastic people came and helped tidy that up. I'm just setting up 540 RPM. Right, we're off. You ready? It's not a race, I'm not going too fast. Right. So we got rid of all the stuff, and I think I'm pretty well sure that we won't pick up anything nasty in here, because I went through the whole field like a fine-tooth comb. Right. I'll stop for Potmaster. We'll see you at 3 and 10. Right. I'm just going round here. Still got time for 3 and 10 because there's still one more contestant to go. I'm just going to show you the problem I got with the bracken. It's creeping out from the hedge. Let me just... I'm going to turn this off a minute. So we got bracken in the field, look. It's not that common in this area, but you can see it here. I think it might be, look, it's gradually spreading out from the hedge. It wasn't too bad and it's getting worse, look. Now, that is, it seems to be really invasive. Some of you farmers who are watching me probably know a lot more about bracken than I do. And I say that because really, it's not really particularly common around here. I haven't got it on any of the rest of the farm, only in this field, and it's not our field. And I did have some stuff, I can't remember what it was called, 20 odd years ago to treat it, and I think we almost beat it back to the hedge, but it seems to be really, it just keeps coming, and I don't know whether that bracken spray is available anymore, but I mean, I don't know how to get rid of it really, because it doesn't respond to sort of normal conventional weed killers, I don't think. It seems to be really virulent. I guess some people just keep flailing it off and it might give up. So if anyone's got any brilliant ideas of how you get rid of the bracken, I mean, that's what sheep do, grey stuff of this, like they say. It's not good for cattle. I think it might be poisonous. So I'm gonna have to go behind and pick all that out of the grass later. Which, all these little jobs just take extra time. You don't realise all the jobs. I mean, you see, when you watch me on these videos, you see me doing actual, I'm just trying to adjust the PTO. You see me doing jobs like this. What you don't see is the little fiddly little things. I don't record everything I do. There are so many jobs that I do that take up time that just aren't worth videoing because they're not very interesting, but suck away at your day, and you know, there's only so many hours in the day. Right, so bracken picking, we might have a quick look at that at the end. What a wonderful job to do, bracken picking. Right, crack on. Gotta be 3 and 10 in a minute. Come on, Ken.
So, it means Daniel's right. Has gone through. So well done, Daniel.
We are about to do 3 and 10.
It's going to be the same. Right. You're through with 27 points. Great score. And now, let's try 3 and 10, okay?
Ooh, okay.
Today, please, the titles of 3 UK single chart hits. For
3 in 10.
Kirsty McCall.
Fairy Tale in New York. Don't Come the Cowboy with Me.
I'm going absolutely blank here.
Come on, I know these songs.
Right, you could have had A New England, Days, Fairy Tale of New York with the Pogues, of course.
Yeah, got that one.
Guy worked down the chip shop, swears it's Elvis. 10 hits, 2 of them top 10 hits, so bad luck on that one, but Bluetooth speaker, how's that?
Well, I don't win a Bluetooth speaker on that, do You've watched the last Potmaster with me this year for 2021, I think, because I always listen to it on the tractor when I'm mowing. Unlikely I'm going to get another chance to get out and do some tractor at the same time as Potmaster. Who knows? Tune in again for Funky Farmer Potmaster Challenge. I am not good on this under pressure, am I? No good. Right. Come on, we've got work to do. Can't all pop master ourselves, can we? Crack on. Come on. Kirsty McCall won't forgive me for that. There's a guy who works down the ship shop, swears he's Elvis. And he's a liar and I'm not sure about you. There's a guy who works down the chip shop, swears he's Elvis. Days I remember all my life. Days. What else did she do? You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap lazy faggot. Happy Christmas, my ass. Thank God it's our last. Anyway, that's enough Kirsty McCall covers. The Funky Farmer CD will be coming out soon. Alright, let's crack on. I better get on, come on, not just crack on, flipping crack on. I am running late. I've been too busy weeing and pop mastering, and I'm trying to look at this dashboard and try and set it on RPM. That's it. Right, there we go. You can see the RPM of the PTO. I have to set it though, because otherwise it defaults to 1,000. Right, let's go. We're chucking on rounds. I've done about half of the field now. You've missed some lovely karaoke. I was singing along to Spandau Ballet Through the Barricades just now. You're very lucky that I can't put copyrighted music on YouTube, otherwise you'd probably find the karaoke Funky Farmer would be in every video with a bit of sing-along. Through the barricades, yeah. Okay. Right, so I've seen a bit of wildlife. I did see a female pheasant. Female pheasant running over through the hedge. I haven't seen anything else yet. Sometimes I see deer out here. I haven't seen any deer. I'm still looking around, seeing that the ash trees are dying in the distance over there. Some dead elm trees down the bottom. We'll have another look at that next year, because I think the impact of the ash dieback is going to be even more noticeable next year when these trees properly die, I think, in the second year. But anyway, we're still here. I'm not dying. I hope not. I hope I haven't got Funky Farmer dieback. Right, we're going to have a look at the finished job when we're done. I wonder if there's any hazelnuts I can spot on the trees. Plenty of squirrels running around this time of year, grabbing the nuts. I'm going to see if I can grab some nuts myself. Ha-ha! Don't want someone grabbing me nuts. All right, let's crack on. so I've nearly finished now. I've got this little triangle to do here. So the field here is a kind of standard field size shape, I mean, hexagonal shape. And then, because the road bends round to the side, I've got this little awkward triangle at the bottom, which, you know, so the field tapers out a little bit at the bottom, so it leaves a triangle of grass. So I can't just go up and down. I mean, if you look around the patchwork of fields in the UK, it's quite interesting because a lot of them are kind of very square. Not all of them, but quite a lot of them. And that's primarily because it's just easier if you're mowing or ploughing or something to have a square field. But once you start getting bends and stuff, you don't get, you know, you get funny bits left when you're mowing this stuff. So that's why it's like it. I mean, it's interesting because I get people sometimes, especially from America, comment, why do you have those sort of funny hedges? And you take it for granted that everyone else has them, but I don't think in other countries like New Zealand or Australia or places like America, where they've got big vast open spaces, they tend to just put a fence up, a wire fence, and they wouldn't have hedges like we've got. Because these hedges are all really stems back to sort of, well, hundreds of years. The Enclosures Act, you'll have to Google that if you want more information on that, because I'm not a historical expert. But they're all man-made. There's nothing natural about this landscape at all, really. I mean, how would you get wild plants to grow in straight lines? It wouldn't happen, would it? So these fields at some point were all planned out, and that's an amazing thing. And shame there's no video around when this sort of landscape was established, isn't it? See what it was like before. Would have been a lot of woodland. Right, anyway, sorry, I'm rambling on. I like a ramble. So we'll have a look when we finished. I got a bit of bracken to pick up, I think. I'm on this little triangle, and then I've got to do the headland, and then we're done. My God, look at this, it's a grass tornado. I don't know what you can pick, look at this. Blimey, I don't know how you can see that. I'm in the middle of a grass tornado. Literally. Let me rub that lens off. Literally, it's just behind me now. Look. Can you see that? I think it's going out the gate. Wow, that's quite a rare thing. You see that occasionally, but that was like an actual tornado. I mean, if you're in America, I'm sure you see that all the time, but over here, that's quite a thing to see. Just don't see that. I got a flipping dirty lens. I can see. Oh, it's always the worst time of year to have a greasy lens when you've got a grass tornado in the place. Right, I hope you got that on camera, because that was something a bit special. Right, just going to finish off now. Just finishing off now, we'll have a look at the end. Right, I'm just going to stop up here and have a look and see if I can pick out a bit of bracken. So I've got a bit of time just before lunch. I'm just going to pull in. I'll pull into the funky farmer lay-by. That's me done. Right. Just turn that off. Bear with me. go and have a look. What we're going to find out here, I don't know. Right, old mower's shutting down there. Let's go up to where I can find the bracken. Let's have a look. I can see it in the ground, look, in the sward. I don't think we'll get every bit of this out. This is where you need a couple of young kids to do it, isn't it? My team, we're there at school. You know what my team are like? Lose interest after 10 minutes. This isn't a great job, is it? Look. There we go. More bracken. There it is, growing out of the hedge. Get a bit more out. I'm not going to be able to get it all out, but I think the thing is when this grass wilts a bit later, I think I'll probably have a better idea of what it's like, because it'll probably stand out a bit more. That'll do. I've had enough of bracken picking. I'm going to get back for lunch. Animal! See you guys later.